Hey everybody, what's going on? I hope you've been having a great day on today. It has been what a 2, 3 weeks since I've been with you. But anyway, a lot has been going on, been very busy, um, not sleeping much, um, life. But through it all, oh, I think I might have just hurt my viewership. I was about to attempt to sing, but anyway. All right. So we're starting another topic this for the next, I guess, few weeks. We are celebrating our mothers. All right. Now, as we do in church, turn to your neighbor and say, celebrating mothers. Go ahead and do it. I dare you.
Celebrating mothers.
I wasn't expecting her to do that. That was interesting.
Oh,
All right.
goodness.
Okay, so that's what we're getting ready to do. And so if you see there's somebody different sitting beside me right now, there's normally a big empty space there, but she fills the empty spaces. All right, but anyway, she's gonna be our guest this evening. She's gonna be our special guest, our very special guest.
Yes.
So we're going to be talking about mothers tonight and prayerfully the next few nights. And listen now, you should make sure you stay tuned each night because we have a surprise for all of those. Now, you're going to have to earn it, but we have a surprise in store for those who have been with us and who have been paying attention. So, but anyway, we're going to get ready to get started. I'm running a little behind, so I apologize for the tardiness, but still a beautiful day outside. The
Yes.
like pretty, what do you call that? Dusk.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks nice outside. Only God can do that.
Only
Only
God
God
can
can
do
do
it.
it. Do it. And God is like, I did do it. But yes, we know, Lord. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna have some good music. Thank You by the Katinas, lyrical presentation by Tammy Christian YouTube channel. Just a little bit of it, a little snippet of it, and we will be back with you.
Just a little while longer, I wanna pray. Can't get you off of my soul to say thank you, Lord, just for loving me. I Many times I do forget every need that you have met. Oh, thank you, Lord. I know you're showing me you are there when I am down and out. You're holding me.
All right, that is Thank You by the Katinas. The lyrical presentation can be found on Tammy Christian YouTube channel. So again, we're celebrating mothers for these next few weeks and prayerfully for the next few weeks as everything goes planned. And our first guest to start the Celebrating Mothers series off is none other than Jennifer Dixon. Woo! Where's the noise?
Don't have none
We
of
don't
that.
have any
Yeah,
of that. Oh man, we'll
yeah.
get it. So all that type of stuff. Yeah. All right. So um, great mother. If
Thank
I do say
you.
so myself,
Thank you.
you know, and I have firsthand experience. But talking about mothers, we're not just talking about mothers, just everyday mothers. We're talking about mothers who make a difference in their children's lives. Because you all know that in the day and time that we're living in, all mothers do not make a difference in their children's lives. Some mothers don't even want to be a part of their children's lives. So we want to celebrate the mothers who mean something to their
Mhm.
children.
Mhm.
So we're starting off by celebrating none other than my wife. And, you know, so what made you want to
Yeah.
become a mother?
No.
I, I knew that was going to be a great question, a great first question starting
I
out.
knew he was going
Like,
to ask me that question. I had no desire. I love my babies, so I know they finna be like, but I love my babies, but I did not have a desire to be a mother. I just wasn't what you call it, a motherly type, I guess. I want the children, okay,
What is
going
a
back home to your
what is a
mama.
motherly type?
I don't know. I guess when I was growing up, I liked my
Now
own space. I still
I
like
need
my
my
own
sister
space.
Rachel on here for this one because she has a picture of what mothers are like.
Mm,
No,
okay.
she talked about church mothers.
Okay.
Yeah, church mothers. Well, can be the same thing, but what if you had to think about a picture of a mother, what would be a picture, a generalization of like
Ooh.
what would you be able to look at somebody and say that's a mother?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Can mothers spot other mothers?
Yeah, you can spot other mothers. You can spot other people that just I guess the heart is so open, they so compassionate, they so patient.
Is it a motherly anointing?
Maybe. Maybe.
Uh,
Maybe.
somebody's like, "Ooh, I want a mother anointing." Okay.
Well, actually, that anointing just really comes after you have that first child,
Yeah.
a switch. That's what happened to me because
Mm-hmm.
my sisters had children, and so I was like, "Hey, my little nieces," because that's what they were first. The girls came first, but I was like, "Hey, go back to your mama." And of course, I worked with youth at the church since I was like 19, so I've always been around youth. But I'm like, just I always like, okay, you potty trained already, and you can just you know, treat you right, spoil you, and you just go back home to mama. So yeah. But after I had Caitlin Marie Dixon,
Not their whole name.
my life changed. The
Oh,
mother anointing, as you call it, it just
it
was
ran
it,
from her head to the soles of her
it
feet.
ran from my head to the soles of my feet. And everybody instantly was precious in my eyesight. Not to say they
Mm.
wasn't already, but I just had that motherly instinct for everybody's baby now because I have my own and I want everybody to treat my baby right. And so I was just like, I need to treat this person's baby right too. And it just, hey, come on, baby. Everybody's baby. Come on, sweetheart. And everybody get hugs and love. So she opened my eyes to being a mother and what it really means to be that.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it changed your
It
perspective,
changed my perspective.
and it should. Things do change. I mean, it's
Mhm.
like I hear about mothers, and I've seen it.
Mhm.
Mothers become more protective.
Oh yeah.
Things like
Mhm.
that. Um, they become more shielding. Like
Mhm.
they shield their kids, and um, their eyes become open. And here's something that I think having a child does. Mothers is there's this instinct that they get. They become more aware,
Mhm.
and
Ooh, yes.
everything.
Yes.
Uh, you can just spot danger. And it's like I don't want to do that because that may be very dangerous or something
Mhm.
like that. Um, so these are things that should happen when you become a
Mhm.
mother.
Mhm.
And I dare say that it's natural.
Mhm.
Um, but you know, what was it weird to you? Like,
I don't know. It was
did
just
you feel
like,
weird? It's like, what? This is
no. After I had my baby, it was just a different world. That's all I can
mm,
say. It was just a different world. This was the precious being that God had given me, regardless of whether I wanted a child or not. She was here.
mhm.
She was mine. She was precious. She was just sweet. And it just, my eyes opened up not only for her like that, but all the babies and youth and, children. So I often tell
Now
people that now.
that's different though, because you said everybody else.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't. they were like, okay, these mom, everybody else, y'all
Oh
gone got
no,
y'all busy.
no. I feel that way about everybody's child. Like, come on, baby, and don't do her like that, So I'm like that about everybody's because I guess I just know how precious they are. And I think life experiences make you want to shield. You mentioned the word shield. It make you want to shield this little innocent person from all the evil that is in the world. You want
Mm,
the absolute best for them. You don't even want them to ride their bike and fall off of it and get a scratch. You don't want them to have any harm
mm.
come to them. So yeah. And I
Yep,
just feel
yep.
like that about more than just mine. If your child is in my presence, that's the way I'm going to treat them.
Mm,
Nobody's going to hurt them. Nobody's going to harm them because they in my presence. They mine until they hit the door.
mhm,
Until
mhm.
they back in their mama's care, they're mine. Yeah.
All right, so listen, let's take a pause. If you haven't done so, let's make sure we share. Let's make sure we share that Real Talk Interactive is live. I want people to see this lovely and precious lady that's beside me.
Oh.
Let somebody see that. And listen, we want to promote this, not just because I'm on here, but because I have special guests on here. This is a special, special, special guest. So
Thank
cool,
you.
cool. Thanks. Oh, and good evening, Haley. Thank you so much for joining
My
with us.
sweet cousin. Hey.
Thank you so much.
Anybody else on? Y'all say hey so we can know you're
Yeah,
here.
get in those comments. Get in those comments. We're so happy to have you with us this evening. You are what makes Real Talk
Oh,
interactive.
interactive.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
Without you, it can't be interactive. We got to take that word off.
yeah, it's just real talk, which is fine,
Yeah.
but I like interacting.
Yes.
Um, this especially when we were coming out of the pandemic, man,
Mm-hmm.
we needed some interactive for real, for real.
Right.
So um now I was thinking, you were saying how you had a special love for other children, stuff like that. Do you feel like it came from or maybe expanded upon the fact that you already did work with you?
Yeah. I always love,
What's up,
the youth.
Tish?
Hey, sis. I always love youth. Matter of fact, before I had my own kids, I had godchildren. Hey, shout out to Marvin. He was my
What's
first
up,
baby,
godson?
my first godson. I met him when he was only 5 years old, y'all. In Ruleville, Mississippi. He was a little boy flipping in the streets of Ruleville, Mississippi. And I asked his mama, "Can I take him home with me?" And she said yes. Can you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah,
Your
it was
first
just that.
kidnapping with
Yeah.
permission. That's awesome.
Because I didn't mind, have because I knew I could take him back home. When I got tired or whatever, I'm like, okay, you got somewhere to go. But yeah, so I always love you, and cared for them and want the best for them. So
And
I
you
just
all,
didn't want my own.
and I'm not ignoring my wife, you all. I'm trying to
He's
share.
sharing.
I'm
He's
sharing
sharing.
without being on the screen. Um, but I'm listening at the same time. And we have that's something
Ooh.
I can say when God brought us together, it's like we just took on a lot.
Because I was in youth and
Yeah,
he was in youth, and
right.
I don't know if he got as deep as um I was in being in the youth lives. I was there. I was going to graduations. I'm going to award shows and
Yeah.
and all that. And we do that
I,
now.
I think what separated me from you is that you took them home with you.
Yeah, I took them
And
home with
I
me.
mean I could, but I think that this
It's different.
it's
It's a
different. Right. I
the
can't
motherly thing.
a lot of guys can't traditionally
Yeah,
get away
correct.
with that.
Mhm.
And I wasn't trying to. And I didn't mind, but I just didn't want my good to be evil spoken of.
Yeah.
I didn't want about it. And that's something
Hey,
that I
first
had to, hey,
lady.
hey, hey, hey. That's something I didn't want to there were things that in youth ministry that I just could not do. And it's
Mhm.
not that it was wrong. It's like I would do something and God would be like, you shouldn't do that. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, okay, okay. So, but anyway, but yeah, that's something that God just expanded, as we came together. And that's why I believe whatever level that marriage is a ministry. And let me stop there. I'm going to stop there because we're getting off topic. We're talking about we're celebrating mothers.
Celebrating mothers.
All right. So now,
but we thank God for the dads too.
Yeah,
I guess we'll be talking
course,
about that next month.
Of course,
maybe.
Of course. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at this moment we're going to we have some more special guests on. And we're going to go ahead and bring them on the screen.
Hey, my babies.
What's up, kids? All right, so everybody, this is Caitlin, our oldest. Wave your hand. And then Richard, our second oldest. Wave your hand. And then Alex, our youngest.
And then our baby that you hear in the background, Princess, says, y'all can leave me out. He's doing all that barking. Somebody gonna have to go get her and take care of that.
Yeah, I guess adoption takes place for dogs too. But anyway, kids. So kids, what now? This is an interview for them too, because we're talking about mothers and we're allowing the kids to speak for their mom. What questions do you have for your mom? Do you have any questions? What questions do you have, Alex? Hey guys, if we mute him, it's because our foresight knowledge of our kids and what they're gonna say.
I will plead the fifth on y'all tonight.
I'll meet you in a heartbeat. Go ahead, Alex.
Why do you always call the youngest the baby?
Well, you already know that all of y'all are my baby. I call all y'all my baby. But that's just a term. It's just a term. You're the last one. You're the baby of the bunch. Not meaning you're and I have to explain this to him all the time, y'all, because he don't want to be called a baby. But it just means you're the youngest. And so,
he probably got that.
That's all.
He probably got that from me because no more babies.
I'm not saying that you're a baby, like an arm baby. No, it's just you're my baby. All y'all my babies. Y'all know that.
This is our youngest goddaughter, I believe. That's coming into the comments.
Yes,
Kristen.
Hey.
Sis.
And I can hear her say, "Hey, Godmama. Hey, Godmama. Hey, Kristlyn. We love you." Y'all. So speaking of that, we have, and I don't know if he knows, but she made God baby number 20 for us, for real. And I said that was the end of the road, but I think I've added a couple of more since.
Yeah. When it has God in front of it, we can't limit it. Yeah. So,
but she is the baby. She is the youngest of the bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We love you, Kristlyn. I know she's just eating that up. We love you.
All right. So now, let's see, Caitlin. I'm gonna put you all on the hot seat, Caitlin. What do you like about your mom? And listen, if you want to watch TV, the question just ask me. I'm just playing.
I like how she is very loving.
Very loving. What about you, Richard?
Toward us. How she says yes and no to the right and wrong things.
Oh, look at you.
Even though we may not like
now that someone is that's an answer that only he can give. Do you all see that? Richard. You see that smile that he has?
Richard.
Look, he knows he wants that answer to bear fruit. He's plotting down the road. He say, "Mama, you remember what I said?"
I'm gonna hear about that tonight.
Oh yeah. Alex, what about you? What do you like about Mom?
That she doesn't whip me with her hair.
With her what?
That she does not whip me with her hair, and that she does not always call me baby.
I don't know what the first one was. I don't whip you anyway.
Yeah.
I'm talking about with your hair.
With my hair.
I don't.
Alrighty.
That's what I told you. Yeah, that's the muting thing. Yeah. I told y'all what. Anyway. What? All right. So now we're talking about mothers. So this is how we celebrate. And one of great things that I love about the Word of God when it talks about um, 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 think about man, this the the word virtual woman is coming to mind, but virtual is not that's
Virtual
right.
is
Thank you.
virtual.
That's not the one. A
Oh,
virtual woman. Hey, you do not want a virtual woman. You
no,
want something real.
real.
You want
That's
something
right.
God gives. God
That's
doesn't give
right.
you virtual. Anyway, so the one thing it talks about is how their children shall rise up and call them
Mhm.
blessed. And why do they rise up and call them blessed? Because they're blessed with great children and a great husband. I'm, I'm just playing. But it doesn't say why. It doesn't say
Mm-mm.
why. But they're but children. So now any one of you can speak. Give me a fun memory that you have of your mom.
Don't embarrass me.
All
Yeah.
right, Richard raised his hand first. Go ahead.
When she showed me one of my pictures when I was a baby feeding the goose.
You know
She
what?
showed you feeding the what?
A video of me feeding geese.
Geese.
Oh,
Okay.
feeding geese.
Baby.
Okay, do you remember that? Do you know where that was?
Probably a zoo or something somewhere.
I wonder if that was it
I think it was the seagulls.
Oh, probably could be.
It was seagulls.
Okay.
mm, okay, all right. Do you remember that, Richard, or do you just remember looking at the video?
I remember it.
You remember it? Do you remember where that was?
Oh no, I remember her showing it to me.
Okay.
Oh, show me to you. Okay, Alex.
Uh, when she showed me a picture when I was still young, and I ate a pickle slush.
A pickle slush. And you don't remember that?
I remember it. I
You
remember
remember it? Yeah. How
it
did
was
that
good.
taste?
It tasted
He
good.
liked it.
He liked
He
it.
liked it. RJ didn't like it.
Ugh.
Hey, do you all remember the sound Richard made when he tasted the slush?
So yeah.
No, that's not what he did. That's not what he did.
I'll find the video. He can do
Mm-mm.
put it on
Uh-huh.
the screen. No,
Uh,
put it on the screen.
Mm-mm.
That's what he did. So we're talking about a time that
That's right,
uh
Chris.
hey uncle, how you doing? We're talking about a time where she got this pickle slush
Mhm.
from
Funny.
yeah, and she gave it to the children just to see how they liked it, and Richard didn't like it at all. He didn't like it. Richard is the one we call RJ. Alex liked it. Did you like it, Caitlin?
Yeah, I liked it.
You liked it. Well, you like pickles and stuff like that. I don't have a tolerance for. I'm not gonna say all pickles. There are some pickles I like, and I don't know what they are. But I've had them on a burger, and they were just. But that tart and as acid taste,
Mhm.
I can't get with. I can't
Yeah,
get it.
it's gotta
Go
be
ahead,
better.
Alex.
Uh, I like when I mix food together. I like the mystery flavors.
Mystery flavors. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So again, we're celebrating.
Caitlin.
We're
He's
celebrating.
waiting.
Oh,
Caitlin.
who?
Waiting.
Caitlin had.
Her.
Yeah.
He's
Caitlin,
waiting
what
on
was
her.
your fun memory?
When we went to LA and we were on a boat ride, and I asked her, "Can she buy me some dot ice cream?" And she said, "You have to pay for it yourself." But
That was a fun
Gee,
memory.
that was that
wait,
was a all.
but I changed her mind. She paid for my ice cream.
Okay.
I'm sure y'all always change my mind
Okay.
because you're gonna wear me silly until I
Yes.
change my mind.
Yes, they do. They do
Oh,
that.
I have another fun memory.
Yes, Alex.
When we went on a Branson, Missouri trip and went to a water park with a wave pool in a lazy river.
Okay.
Okay.
So how is that fun with your mom?
Because I got to see her and I wanted to splash her, but she was too far away from the water.
Okay.
I should
So we all enjoyed doing that together, and that is something that I can say about my wife.
and
Loves, my wife loves planning things where we can have fun together,
I do.
and that's great, and it's something that's needed in families. A lot of times, family we spend so much time in discipline and making sure they do this, make sure they do that, training, that we forget about the fun.
Right.
And so what inspires you, or what, because that's a lot of planning and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So is there something that makes you look forward to that?
Yeah, I like when people get together. I like to see others happy. Not saying I don't like me being happy, but I like to see when others are having a good time and they're spending time together. Especially our youth now at our church. I just remember growing up myself, and Haley is on here. If she's still on here, she, was growing up with me in Whole Truth. So I just remember the bond we had, the memories. We had so much fun visiting each other homes and doing things together, especially the summertime. We always had a trip. I don't know if you remember that. Hey, we used to go to Grenada Lake.
Yep.
I think
We went to.
Jerusalem Temple would go with us.
Yeah.
So I just love for people to get together and have a good time, and I like, everybody is just working all the time. We work so hard. We're working in the home. We're working outside the home. We're working at church. So I love to just say, come on, y'all, you don't have to do anything. Just come on and enjoy yourself. I don't know. It's just in my heart, and I always been that I just do that for people. I like to see that being done.
Yeah. And it's something that I feel mothers need, that chance. When you go on trips like that, it's like you see your family in a different light.
Right.
I don't know about you, but me, it gives me the chance, the time not to be. And I don't know if you can't separate being dad from having fun and just having fun with your kids. Sometimes you still have to get them in line if they're doing too much.
Yeah.
But it allows you to just see your kids have fun, and you not be as concerned about maybe them messing up the house or something like that.
Right.
And this is another reason to take a trip, to keep your to keep your house clean. Now I've seen some people, and we've done this too. Sometimes we aren't able to go places, and you like to mix it up. Sometimes you might do something for us to have fun at the house. No, sometimes you can't have a good change of scenery, but you can do fun things at the house too. So so this is what my wife does. This is how she brings fun to the family. And she just, sometimes she says she wants to do this and wants to do that. And sometimes I'm thinking like,
he always like that. How we gonna do that?
Yeah.
Like, watch me.
Yeah. Yep. But anyway, that's what she brings. She brings fun, brings joy to our family. Not that I'm like this person that's all serious all the time.
With that money.
Yeah. Gotta be. Yeah, gotta be. But I think now this is something else, since you mentioned money. This is something else that she brings to the family. She manages money well most of the time, and
I always manage money well.
I put that in there to mess with her, but I don't have to worry about money being mismanaged, and I'm not the type of one that puts that burden all on her. We just communicate well about money, and she keeps a very close eye on it. Sometimes when she catches things, she lets me know about it. If I catch something, I let her know about it. But I think she brings that into it too, because that helps in planning for the trips. Sometimes she'll say we need to be a little reserved with the funds so that we can start planning for things. And that means not as many trips to fast food.
Right.
How about that, kids? Not as many trips to fast food. They hate hearing that. Instead of going to McDonald's getting a burger, we'll say go get you an apple or go get an orange. But you know what? That's what we need to be saying a lot anyway these days. Go get you. And look at Richard. You all see that face? He's the one. He's the one. All right. So listen. Let's do this. Now, my wife is a cook to me after my own heart.
Oh.
I just made it up on the spot too. Listen,
Thank
listen.
you,
It's
Crystal.
because I know that she cooks with not everything is
Okay.
maybe made perfect or whatever, but I know she does it with the intent. There we go. I was just about to ask it. Yeah, I was just about to ask it. All right, so kids, we're gonna go ahead and get to that. Now, my wife cooks sometimes, and I
Sometimes.
yeah, you cook sometimes.
Wow.
You do cook sometimes.
I cook all the time, unless it's just a
Well,
busy
it
week.
depends on what you make.
No, no.
I usually try to cook at least 4 times out the week. Now,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it's busy,
Now I'm not
and I
saying
let him know.
we,
He know he. I think he got it down packed now. I let him know. Look, I'm tired. I ain't cooking today. I'm busy. I ain't cooking today. And he'll go. Make sure the kids are fed in
yeah,
his
yeah.
own way.
In my own way, you're exactly right.
Prayerfully, he's going to buy something to eat.
Or I may dream up something on the spot like salsa and eggs. Oh man, what a
Look at them
meal!
kids.
Salsa, eggs, and macaroni.
Oh, wait.
What a meal! All right, so kids, what's your what's your favorite meal that mom cooks?
Um,
What nice dish?
Fish and spaghetti.
What?
Fish and spaghetti.
Okay, all right, Alex.
MFC and fries, aka Mom's Fried Chicken and Fries.
MFC, Mom's Fried Chicken.
Sounds like a franchise. All right, Richard. What about you? What's your favorite meal?
Macaroni and cheese.
I don't really
That's
cook
not even
that.
a meal.
What's
That
the
dude.
favorite one? What's the favorite that I cook? I don't know how to
Yeah,
cook that. I do give it to
you're
you
right.
sometimes,
She doesn't cook that a
but I
lot.
don't really cook that a lot.
I'm the one who cooked that a lot. So you're confusing my mac and cheese with hers.
Burger.
Burger. Okay.
Okay. What about you?
Breakfast for
So
dinner.
I know I'm not your mother, but since you brought it up,
Nice.
all right. Next
That's
question.
tough. I don't know if I have a favorite because that would put one above all the others.
Hmm.
Um. Okay. Okay, but this is one you just made. You just made this for the first time.
Okay.
You made this that thing that you use the chicken, the Alfredo
Oh
with the
yeah,
bell
yeah.
peppers and onions.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. That was good. I love bell peppers and onions, so she incorporated that into some
Yeah,
Alfredo,
he
and
knows bell peppers and onion.
man,
I tried to do
Ooh.
bell peppers and
Every
onion
every
dish.
time when he go to like a burger restaurant, he always order extra onions.
extra onions. That's exactly right. And bell peppers if they have it. And I don't,
Oh,
and I
somebody said,
wasn't always like
yeah,
that.
my chicken salad. Y'all like my chicken salad too?
Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
for
I
mentioning
forgot
that.
about chicken
Yeah,
salads.
yeah,
Crackers.
that chicken salad.
Look at
Yes,
RJ. He quiet.
yeah,
He,
yeah.
RJ don't want nothing
So
to
all
do
right,
with rutabaga.
really,
I
really,
just we
sis?
just had some
I love
shrimp
this kid.
wings.
I definitely,
Now I will say this RJ and I link up on the veggie portion of it.
Look at them. Look
Now
at.
I will eat my wife's veggies. Now this is something that I mess with her
Yeah,
about
yeah.
because
Tell them about your limit.
she'll say I have a taste for what do you have a taste for? You say I have a taste for
Veggies, squash,
yeah, I have a taste
um,
for squash
okra,
and okra.
fried
I'm like,
okra,
how do you
and
have a
greens.
taste for that? Like what kind of crazy meat you like? Okra. I wish I had some. But I told her too that I appreciate that because it gives us a balance
You need your
of yeah,
vegetables.
we need the vegetables. So
hmm
and her vegetables are not nasty. They're not
yeah.
they're bitter. They're not bitter or anything like you can eat them. And so you can eat them. Because I've had some and she'll tell you this. I go to some places and I don't want to touch their
Yeah.
vegetables. So I think that's why I thank God for her because even the things that we don't might not might not lean towards as liking as much, she knows how to make
But
it
she
taste
said
good.
get well soup.
Get oh yeah, the soup.
Oh my
Now, yeah,
goodness.
she throws down on the soup. So yeah, you all reminded me about some things that yeah. Some
Chili.
things she makes, I tell her I can eat for breakfast, lunch,
Yeah.
and dinner.
Speaking
And
I'm not a cook, y'all. So don't
breakfast,
keep
work.
me up.
but
I'm not.
listen, let me tell you all this. Let me tell you all. I don't know when it was. I don't know when it was, but my wife did not always cook like this.
No.
Now there was, I remember this very vividly. We, I woke up or I walked in the kitchen. This is some years ago, and I don't know how many children we had. I don't know if it was just one, but she was making black eyed peas.
It's probably
Um,
that was probably the first of the year because that's
it was
usually
the
the
first
only
of the
time I
year.
make
You were
black
making
eyed
black eyed
peas.
peas and some other stuff, and I had never seen her cook like this. And listen, we we had been. This wasn't the first of the year that we were married. It just came out of nowhere, and I was like,
Yeah, because I mean, okay, you coming from your singleness, I was coming from mine where I could just go and eat where I wanted to eat it. And when we got married, we were just still kind of doing that. We was newly married, we was eating out, and I'm just gonna pick up something. But I think after I had the kids and they got to where they had to start eating, like real food, I was like, okay, well, my mama kicked in then.
yeah. I think
Olivia Austin Robertson kicked in. It's like, okay, I gotta, because then she would tell me every so often, y'all eating right, you make sure you feeding James
black
right,
eyed pea motherhood.
make sure you eating, doing this and doing that. So I have an awesome mother, awesome example. So and I be when I go to her house, I just get so much. I don't even tell her that, but she'll hear this. I get so much inspiration when I go to my mom's house just from watching her cleanliness, her tidiness, and how she cooks, and it just inspires me, So because sometimes as a mother you get tired, you be overwhelmed, you have so much going on, but when I go there, it's like I get a recharge, and it reminds me of the mother that I want to be, you know. So, and I come back home, y'all pick this stuff up, get your room clean. And we finna eat
Look at
these
the kids,
greens.
y'all. Look at
We
the
finna eat some
kids.
greens and sweet
Look.
potatoes and cornbread and
Uh,
some cabbage greens and yeah.
now listen. Now listen. I told my wife one time. Now one time she did. I told my wife, "You two veggies max, two veggies."
He say that all the
Now,
time, and
now
I told him, I said no.
when I
If
say
the kids
veggies,
have to eat it, you have to eat it
now
too.
listen. When I say veggies, I'm not just talking about peas and corn. I'm talking about the what I say the earthy stuff.
Yeah, he
The
called it
earthy
the
stuff.
earthy stuff.
Um, you know, one time she did three, and I was just
He's like,
everybody
two is my
listen.
max.
Look, two is the max because I tell the kids you need some help sometimes getting the veggies down.
Mhm.
Greens and stuff like that. I don't
Yeah, he
like
don't care
I
for.
don't
It's like RJ. Look, he real quiet because
yeah.
we're not talking.
You all
What he
notice he
wanted.
hasn't said a word.
He don't like.
You
We
all
have
see
to
the
make
dark
him.
cloud that's over his head. This guy will sit at the table for an hour and just look at the food like he's waiting for
His meat is gone
Yeah.
within like 30 seconds. All the meat on his plate
He
is gone.
eats the meat first and
And
then
so in the bread, if I do cornbread, it's gone.
and I try to tell
But,
them eat it together. So
right.
he
No.
all right, okay. So now kids, what's your worst meal?
Mm.
Hey, you can say
Now,
it.
when I say worst meal,
When I was younger,
that she's a bad cook, everybody. She's a great cook. She's a great cook, but a meal that you don't like as much. Yes, Alex.
salmon and lima beans.
Mm.
I do not like fish. It is disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now he says he doesn't like
Yeah, he
fish.
don't like it. No.
Deer neither.
And that's something that he and I share. We're not fish fans.
And
But-
I know that he don't like fish,
But
so I don't mind.
I know my
cooking
wife
him.
does like fish. And
Yeah,
I don't
I
want
love
her to be cooking for us and she never gets a chance to eat something that she likes. So whatever she likes, we all eat together too, and that's the rule. We all eat together. Whatever's on our plate, we eat it out of gratitude. Out of gratitude. So, all right, Richard.
If I was younger, I would say greens, but now it's like nothing. Wait, let me think.
Oh.
I don't believe it for a minute.
If Go ahead.
He's
Black eyed peas and squash. I don't.
black eyed peas.
Squash and
Now I
potato.
will say this: the black eyed peas, I like the black eyed peas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Squash and potato
That's-
salad. That's it.
And that's what I was saying. Like when you made black eyed peas for the first time, I was just like, what in the world is going on here? And I sat down, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good.
Thank you.
It smells good, but it doesn't look good.
I try to. All right, now, kids, what's next time we're gonna talk about your favorite meal that I make? Okay. Great. And listen, I know so many things come to mind. I know. Remember that boiled water that I made for you all one time?
I get
Delicious.
what?
Delicious. That boiled water, it was great. All right, keep your comments to a minimum. We're gonna save that for next time. All right, but anyway, everybody, we're just having a great time here celebrating Mother's Day. We just wanted to get things started off with my wife and how she's a great mother to my kids. Okay, sis. I do a lot. Let me tell you. Now, when I wouldn't even say I like cooking. I like baking more than cooking.
He can do that. He can.
And even if it comes to,
he's almost better than mom. He just needs a little bit more practice.
Let's let Alex talk a little bit longer. Go ahead, Alex. I'm just playing. But yeah, I prefer baking. I think it's because of the preciseness I like in measurements. It's the math side of me that comes out, and it has to be precise. And if they say in the recipe dash, that just it upsets me because there's no measurement for that.
Dash,
Right. Or somebody says just a little bit or a little bit of that. I'm like, no, tell me exactly what I need to do. Because I'm kind of, yeah. When I get in the kitchen, it's like all my nerves are out. It's like like if something spills over, it's like, oh, it's like go ahead, Alex.
When you start baking.
We're not talking about me, Alex. We're not talking about we don't want my awesome kitchen skills to take over the celebration of your mom tonight.
Not kitchen baking.
All right. So anyway, we're gonna end this with allowing the kids to say that they love their mom, and I love my mom because
I love my mother because what I said almost at the start, that she doesn't whip me with her hair, and she doesn't always call me baby. I love my mom because she's always there for me when I need her. And every time when I ask her to do something, she will try her best to do it, even if I had to wait. Your turn, RJ. I love my mom because she's a good cook. She loves us. She puts clothes on our bodies. She has a house, a roof over us.
Yep. And we thank God for people who put clothes on other people's bodies. I mean, it's something that's very needed in this day and time.
I'll do my fun.
But we have some great kids.
Yes,
we have some great kids, and we
love
always
them so much.
We train our kids. We always discipline them all the time. We're trying to keep them right. But I will say that we have
saying discipline. Now, when you're talking about whipping them all the time, we don't do
that. Yeah. Discipline is not giving them everything.
Yeah.
And this
we are always teaching.
Yeah.
I guess is a better word.
Teaching and training. Teaching and training.
Because we want them to grow up to be model citizens and know how to treat others and know how to navigate this world. So that's my top thing. Teaching my children how to navigate in this world and how to treat people regardless of how people treat them.
Yeah. So knowing how to treat people. Definitely. So anyway, everybody, I want to thank you for joining us and celebrating. Yeah. Do we have any questions from the people in the comment section? Anybody on here now? I always forget to allow you all to ask questions, but you all are always welcome to ask questions of the guests that we have. Um, and we're gonna say bye bye to the kids. Kids, thank you for being one of our guests on this evening.
Y'all stay there
Tell-
just in case somebody might have a question for
oh
y'all.
yeah, somebody might have a question for you, but they were still the show. Dixon Kids Show. Yep. Well,
You gotta give them a
I got
second. There you go.
What is one of your proudest moments as a mom? Oh, that's a great question. Wow.
That's easy. I want
Was it when that time I made that cake?
as a mom.
Oh,
Not as your wife.
oh.
That is super easy. I love to see my children do things for the Lord. That's my proudest moment. Seeing my son play the drums, seeing Caitlin quote those scriptures, seeing Alex do whatever he do for for the Lord, because I just know that's the most important thing for them, to have a relationship with God, to have the word of God in their hearts. And I'm serious, y'all. I am so serious about that. And I tell my kids that all the time, don't I? I always talk to them on the way to school and let them know I want y'all to be saved. I want you to represent Christ, because only what we're going to do for Christ is going to last. And mama's not going to always be here. I let them know that. I'm not going to always be here. I'm not going to always be around you. So I need to know that God is in you, that you will make the right decisions and you'll be ready whenever he come a call. So and I think that's the thing about being a mother, like we was talking about earlier. You want the best for your children. I know that's the absolute best that I can give my kids is the love of Christ, or show them how to love Christ. So yeah, that's my proudest moment, seriously. Now the second proudest is what they're doing at school. I love that they are, I guess you can say, quote unquote, smart kids, and they can engage in school and make good grades and all of that. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, appreciate that question, and that's one thing that I appreciate. I have a godly wife. My wife is a godly mother, and that's one thing that I love about her. She's a godly woman, and that's why I have her, to be honest, because I wouldn't have anybody else in my life other than somebody that's godly. But I thank God for this godly woman that God gave me, and how she's a godly mother to my kids, and how she instills the word of God in them. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
So anybody else? Any other question? Any other question?
We have to give a second, because it was late.
Y'all better hurry up before I start singing.
That's right. We can't trade.
If I start singing, you know what comment section is gonna fill up then. Gotta get into character.
Please ask questions. Please.
Wow.
Please.
Wow. Tell you, thank you for your support.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, such a great singer. All right, everybody. Well, we thank you. Thank you so much for joining us this Thursday evening. We hope that your day has gone well. Look, and share this. Share this with somebody. Hey, what's going on? It's our other God family there.
Yes.
So thank you all for being with us and share it. Listen, we what is something your mom has taught you that you will always remember? Okay.
Oh, for me.
Wait. Well, I guess that can go to y'all too.
Yeah.
Let's start with them.
For me, but yeah.
Let's start with you all. What's something that your mother has taught you that you will always remember?
To be nice to other people.
To be nice. Okay.
To watch what we come out of our mouth. To watch what we say that come out of our mouth.
To eat all our food.
And yeah,
that's those wasting food, guys.
Never can't get up from that table unless you eat everything on that plate. And then she makes it nice. She used to start by saying, make a happy play. Not like, well, you just not getting up. You're not getting up on Sunday. You know. But anyway, so what's that for you?
Um, my mama taught me a lot of things, but I think one of the main things that really stick out and helps me to this day um is managing my finances.
Mm.
Yeah. I learned that from my parents. And I don't think they did just directly taught me that. I was always quiet at home and very observant. And I just watched my mom and dad, how they took care of business and finances. And I'm telling y'all, my mom, she's a person that really know how to do finances. I mean, really, I watched her my home that I was born in, they built that home, paid for it. And I can remember them having conversations about it, like the house is paid for, and I paid, and they was talking about how they paid for it before time. So I learned about paying for things before time by just listening, to my mom and my dad's conversations. And then of course I watched my mom after my dad passed, she left Greenwood and she built a home in Jackson, and she since in the past year or so, she's built another home. She sold that home and built another home. So I just, and even watching them,
She did it all by herself. She built it. I'm just playing.
this right here.
Just...
and just watching them, even give. That's dealing with finances too. Give, and how when you give, you'll be blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched my mom and my dad give. My dad, I was 12 years old when my dad became a pastor. And the church that we were at, it was a small church. It was a lot of people there, but the church was small. It's an older building. No foundation, one that's raised, was on the cedar blocks, but he went in there, and I can remember so vividly my dad putting his own money into fixing up the bathrooms and doing this and doing that. And the people just loved my dad. They saw how he came in and he began to work, and he cared about the people, he cared about the building. And I just, just watched that, watch them give. And I learned so much about being a preacher's kid. And I'm not a preacher's kid, but I still carry on that same notion that I want to help whoever I'm under. I want to be a blessing. I want to make their load lighter. And I just learned that from watching my mom and dad work. And even when we was at Whole Truth before they got it, they blessed the church. They gave, even giving their last. My siblings, if they were on here, they would tell them they gave their last. And we've even had, conversations. Y'all done gave all of to the church, but I watched how God blessed them. It was the proof was in the pudding. I just, was able to just sit back and watch. Wow, they gave, and look how God blessed them. And so that's the biggest thing. I think one of the something that my mom taught me, and she, like I said, she probably don't even know that she just really taught me how to manage my finances, how to be a blessing to others, and to mainly to my church, how to be a blessing. So yeah, awesome. I think that was one of the top things my mom taught me.
Okay, cool.
Thank you for that question.
And all right, everybody. So
Kiosha said her mom taught her to respect elders. That is as well. Yes,
that's something that's very needed. That's another totally different episode that we're going to talk about. Because that is a problem, everybody.
Not just respecting elders now, but respecting everybody.
But it's not everybody. But it's like we're getting off subject. All right, kids, tell everybody bye. I said tell.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you for joining us, kids.
My babies. Oh, I mean, Caitlin, RJ, and Alex.
Yeah.
All right, kids. We'll see you next month. Always mess with me like that. You all have a great night. Thank you so much for being with us.
For joining us.
We're going to go out the same way we came in with "Thank You" by the Katinas.
All right.
Have a blessed night,
Sister Watson.
Here I am with all I have. Raise my hands to worship you. I want to say thank you.